The rhinoceros's hypothesis was preposterous. Preposterous. All right, let's party.
You guys do know that like fully AI generated media that people actually enjoy is not a hypothetical. There are TikTok accounts on here right now that are fully AI that have hundreds of thousands of followers. I'm not even talking about like the dark fantasy stuff. I'm talking about videos where you would think it's a real person. You would think that it's like a real person with a pet, and it's not. It's entirely generated. It's all fake. You know, those people don't exist. That animal doesn't exist. Like, dead internet theory is coming way faster than I think people are prepared for. I mean,
Yeah, he's actually correct. I get a lot of people think all this behind me is fake. And I almost kind of just want to leave it that way. But a lot of people do have, like, their backdrop is green screen. That's been around for a long time. Okay. But the dead internet theory, I've got an even bigger theory. Okay. We're going to get a little wow, wow, wow. And everything we talk about in today's video, don't take it as gospel. Okay. We're just getting a little crazy. All right. Getting a little weird. All right. But right here, we got $128 for a 50-inch TV. Unheard of. Unheard of. My point is why is this so?
Okay, right now in Walmart for Black Friday, $128 right here. We have the Vizio. It is going to be a 50-inch 4K smart TV.
Okay, she doesn't go down the rabbit hole. But I'm thinking it used to be TV controlled the mind. But now we all just have them in our pocket. This is like $1,000. Then you get a 50-inch one of these for something's up with that. Something's up with that. We're gonna get down the rabbit hole with this.
A bot farm was raided in Europe, and they found 50 million fake accounts. They found 50 million fake bot accounts that were being used at just this one place. And
in case you don't know what a bot farm is, that's when somebody's got like about 1,000 cell phones all running at once with about 10 accounts on each cell phone, all watching videos, listening to music, building the numbers up. It's a real thing. Like, have you ever watched a video or listened to a song and you go, how did 10 million people watch this? I know you've thought this before. I know I'm not tripping. I've saw this. Well, these bot farms are real. So let's say some video you saw got 5 million views and you're like, how in the shit did this get 5 million views? You're like, no way. Well, a bot farm probably did about 2 million of those, and then it made 3 other million people look at it. Like I was saying with the TV, we used to look at this, and anything that was on TV, we'd go, it's got to be good. It's on TV. Well, now with the phone and social media, we look at stuff and it says it's got 500,000 views. It's got to be good. It's got 2 million views. It's good. It's a real thing. It's a psychological, something's up with that. On TV, you can't pull that off on TV. They don't show view counts and all that. But on social media, they can pull that off. I mean, how many videos have you come across and literally said to yourself, I don't understand how this has so many views? But you clicked on it because you now think it's good. So the bot farm shit's correct. But here's something I want to think about, though. How many of these full-blown AI channels are using bot farms on the AI? I know. Take a hit.
And I don't think it's just any random person who buys a bot farm. I think it's people in power. I think it's people in high positions of power who use bot farms in order to shift the narrative or to make the general population believe something. And also to discredit other people who are going against whatever the people in power are saying. That's what I believe all these bot farms are.
I believe him. I agree. But it goes deeper than that, though. So, for instance, I could access that if I wanted to, right? Like, my videos usually get like 50,000 views, 100,000 views. That's really good, right? And I'm sure some of my comments are bots. I've seen some comments where I'm like, it's like this guy's not real, right? But my point is there, like, small scale people can access this. It just costs a lot of money. But there are plenty of people where it's like you can do this. If I wanted to, I could go pay for a bot farm and go, I want 250,000 views. I want 1,000,000 views. I could go do that. Now I might have to do a little homework, but he is correct on that. I do think it's bigger people, and it's expensive too. This bot farm shit ain't cheap. You know, you got to really want to be famous or pretend to be famous to use a bot farm.
And that was just one of them. One bot farm had 50 million bots. And like, that's another thing. It's like all of these
but it's actually real phones. That's the funniest part. It's just a group of people hooked up 1,000 phones all running at the same time with these accounts. So someone's controlling it. That's the crazy part. It's not just like, it's hard to explain. It's really weird.
Comments and all of these things, like most of those comments are bots at this point. Because if that's one bot farm, then who's to say there's not like literally hundreds of more and there's not like 1 billion bots? You know what I mean? And I just think that they're there in order to shift the narrative or to, you know, put out a specific agenda and to have people believe a certain thing or to not believe a certain other thing. Like, I genuinely believe.
I agree with them because now it's so hard. It used to be everybody just watched this TV. When we can kind of get swayed, everybody gets swayed in one direction. And now it's like, Jesus Christ. I don't even know if this guy's AI. He looks black to me. I don't know why I said that. It wasn't even funny. My bad. Nestor, cut that out. Nestor's not even here today.
Facts the government doesn't want you to know. Number 1, federal income tax was supposed to be temporary to fund World War I, but became permanent. And the IRS can't actually explain what law requires you to pay it. Number 2, the FBI had a secret program called COINTELPRO that illegally spied on and harassed civil rights leaders, including Martin Luther King Jr., for decades without warrants. Number 3, the government conducted illegal medical experiments on unsuspecting citizens for 20 years, including giving people LSD without their knowledge to study mind control. Number 4, Social Security numbers were never meant to be.
Hold on. The LSD mind control thing, something I was thinking about. If you really think about like the phone, everything, like, let me put it to you this way right here. I just want to paint you a picture. My mother dressed me up in a sailor suit when I was a child and thought it was appropriate to give me a bowl cut and dress me up. My dad over here, right? He was probably like, what in the shit are you doing? You know, probably like, that's some wild stuff. It's kind of, what I'm saying is I'm not saying like they're running mind control on us, but sometimes I really do. I feel like, how do I explain this? I want to go kind of rabbit hole with you guys, but it's like, sometimes I feel, it's like, why do you dress the way you dress? Why do you talk the way you talk? Well, I speak English. I grew up in an English household. I sound like my parents. So that beside that point. But I'm saying most of the shit I've done in my life was because of the TV or the phone. I saw something and I go, I like that. I'm gonna do that. It's kind of trippy. But who's to say it's not still going on just through this? There's something up. This is the ultimate. Forget the LSD thing, all right? And forget my mom thinking it was appropriate to dress me up like that. Something's weird with that shit. But it wasn't just her, guys. It was a mass group of women that thought that was appropriate. You guys get where I'm going with this? Does this make any sense? Just something to consider. They tricked an entire planet into smoking cigarettes. Me included. And I am paying for that now. It's my fault. I shouldn't have smoked. I had the choice. Free will. I get that. But at one point, if you didn't smoke, everyone smoked. You could smoke on a fucking airplane. Okay? Knowing that you're going to fuck your teeth up and really get fucked up, but people would still do it. That's Gets deep, daddy.
5. The NSA collects and stores every phone call, text message, and internet search you make without a warrant through secret programs revealed by Edward Snowden. Number 6. The government...
This phone's definitely listening to me. Like, for instance, there are people on YouTube or any of these social media platforms that I don't hate anybody, but like, I don't like them. Like, don't show up in my feed. Like, I do, but I'm not going to go out of my way to dislike it, right? Like, people go and leave crazy comments, or are those bots? What's what anymore? But my point is it's like, I'm not going to go out of my way to go dislike them or like block them. But sometimes it happens where every so often they'll be in my feed. I never looked you up. I don't think I've ever said your name. Maybe I thought about you. Maybe. If that makes sense. Maybe I thought to myself like, oh, how is this guy even like, I'm like, doesn't make any sense. But they'll pop in my feed. Shit I don't want to see. Things I've never even looked up or have any interest in whatsoever will pop in my feed. And as bad as I don't want to see it, it keeps coming in.
So what's the chip thing in the hand?
So anybody who scans their hand who comes in has an Amazon One account. And if they have an Amazon One account, it's going to whatever could be linked to their Amazon account profile. Whereas anybody who's inserting a card here is actually coming into the Hudson store, even though they're technically the same store.
And there's only, what, 4 in the United States?
There's only 4 Amazon Just Walkout stores in just the United States. They've opened up a few new
But this is going to become popular, dude. They already have like these shopping carts. Like I went to Whole Foods. They have a shopping cart with a little computer screen on it, and you just scan your items as you throw it in the shopping cart. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, oh my God. I was like, this is a really expensive shopping cart. You know what I mean? Like, but people are going to do this stuff though. Like this is going to become normal.
And so it begins, y'all.
Like right here, the digital ID, people are going to be begging for this. People don't even want to carry cash anymore. How many times, like, I used to work in the restaurant business, people would come out to eat and they're like, oh, here's Apple Pay. And I'm like, ah, shit, you know? Like, you're going to have to walk all the way over here with me because I'm not taking your $1,200 phone. And then it wouldn't work or something. And I'd be like, well, you don't have a card or anything on you? And they're like, I don't carry any of that stuff. It's almost an inconvenience. Like, I think they're going to beg to pay with their hand. You know what I mean? Like, some people, not me, but like, you got your Face ID. A lot of people already do their face on there just to do it. Here's my thumbprint too. Here's all my information. I think it's just I think people are going to accept it. Like that's it. And it's safe to say the security at the airport's not going anywhere. You know what I'm surprised by? You know, like you still have to take your belt off. I still got to take my shoes off at the airport and empty my pockets. You know those machines where you like walk in and it's like this and you go, you know what I mean? Like, but actually they have, like they're moving forward. But like this machine here, right? Like you would think I wouldn't have to take my belt off. But this company here, Liberty Defense, their ticker's LDDFF. Apparently they just came up with these machines where it's like you don't need to take anything off. They can see right through you. Liberty Defense is working closely with Trump's TSA in what could be a game-changing moment for the company. The TSA issued a mandate that airports must, and I repeat, must begin screening employees for explosive type threats, including metallic and non-metallic threats. They don't even screen their employees. Employees, screen the employees. Awesome. But I want these things for us. Like, I don't want to have to, I don't fly that much, but like, I'm kind of tired of taking my shoes off. Hexwave is a walk-through portal that uses millimeter wave technology. Yeah, apparently Liberty Defense has a sole contract with TSA. So it's like, this is who you get it from. Their stock's super low too right now. I think you can get them on all of these. I might have to get in there because I'm actually for it. Unlike traditional metal detectors, which fail against plastic or 3D printed guns. Plastic 3D printed guns? What? Hexwave scans individuals in real time as they pass through, processing up to 700 people per hour without requiring them to remove jackets, shoes, or items in their pockets. See, that's what we need. That's what I want. That's the money right there. I will pay extra for that. TSA commercialized the HexWave in September 2023 with a price tag of $100,000 per unit. But the most incredible new development occurred when the TSA issued a mandate for roughly 173 airports in the country to start screening their employees starting April 2026. Wow, dude. But yeah, they could basically process like 3 times as fast as these like these scanner pieces of crap. They're not pieces of crap, but like I can't build one. The TSA starts upgrading these airports over the coming years. This could generate over $100 million in potential sales. Wow, that's a lot, dude. Yeah, their stock's low right now too. This is like big time stuff. Liberty Defense raised $45 million to date, and its current market cap is only $17 million. That doesn't really make any sense. In accordance with Trump's TSA mandate and DHS requirements to make Americans safe. That's a big one. Make them safe. Put the millimeter waves in already. An airport's efficient and much more travel friendly. I'm all for it, dude. I'm tired. I'm honestly shocked that we have, like, seriously, there used to be a point in time at airports where you could just walk through with a ticket, no ID, nothing. I'm surprised we haven't reached this place already, but it looks like we're getting there. But yeah, right here it says Liberty Defense trades are near an all-time low. Yeah, I think it's if you were going to get in with this company, now is the time. These are the ones I really would like to see them get rid of. I'm surprised we haven't. I mean, they look impressive. It's intimidating, right? But it would be nice, like, you just walk through and they're just getting you. Like, I don't have to, like, do all this stuff. I mean, it's happening. They're doing it. They're awarded sole source contract to upgrade deployed checkpoint systems. The HD AIT kit represents the future of aviation security. With more than 1,000 units already deployed across the U.S. alone, but these machines are already showing their limitations. Yeah, dude, I literally have to go in and take all my stuff out. They're going to be forced to do this eventually. Like, it's coming. Rather than scrapping thousands of existing machines, they're going to retrofit current AIT scanners with new imaging hardware, advancing signal processing, AI-based threat recognition. The result is like turning a 1990s TV into a modern 8K flat screen. It is exclusively licensed through Liberty Defense. What this means is that an estimated cost of $125,000 per upgrade kit with 1,000 units needed to upgrade in the U.S. and another 600 to 1,000 units abroad. The company with the current market cap of $17 million, the upside potential is enormous, at least as I understand it. Yeah, I mean, it makes all the sense in the world. I actually probably should get some of this. Like, the security's going nowhere. Like, it's only getting more and more evolved, right? It's almost like if you can't beat it, join it. But like, I don't know. People are going to do it. I think a lot of people are going to be happy about it. They're just going to be like, yeah, ding, here's my photo. Here's everything. Here's my thumbprint. Here's everything in my life. All right. Where was I? Right here, though. I'm going to mute this because I don't want to get copyright. But these ads, I don't like gambling. I never gamble. I get a Hard Rock bet or some kind of gambling advertisement every day of my fucking life. But here's something that's getting even crazier. You know, the whole passport bro movement? Dude, they've got ads for Filipino Cupid, dude. Listen to this shit. And these keep coming in my feed. I've never used a dating app. I used Tinder for 2 days when it first came out. But no dating apps. I'm not into it. I don't want to go get a Filipino woman. Want nothing to do with that. Okay, I've been with an Asian once. All right, you know what I mean? But my point is this is in my feed nonstop. I can't get it out of my feed. And now I saved the video, so now I'm definitely fucked. But listen to this shit.
Will have to fly all the way to the Philippines to meet a Filipino woman. You can actually meet them on Filipino Cupid. There are so many family-oriented and gorgeous Filipino women on this site. All the users are verified, so you know it's safe. And that's where I met my fiance. We hit it off really well. We have
the classic white guy too. Yeah. Just throwing that out. I'm not going to play anymore. I just thought that was kind of nuts. Really fucking with your psyche.
I remember watching this movie as a kid and just feeling like, oh, this is Christmas and warmth and family and hosting personified.
This is the Home Alone house, in case you're not watching. This is another psychological deal. This wall unit used to be in my house when I was a kid. I kept it. Now it's my backdrop. Things used to be funky, flavorful, little pizzazz. Okay, just keep that in mind.
Like, this is exactly what I aspire to be. This is what rich people's homes look like and feel like. The warmth, the layers, the colors, the textures, everything looked so warm, so beautiful, so cohesive. And this is what I was like, this is what I want. This is what I want my future home to be, so I can make it feel like this during Christmas. And now, this is the home. This is the home. It looks like this is where people get their teeth cleaned. This is the waiting room before you get your x-rays taken and before you get a happy nose put on you. This is a dentist's office.
But it's the classic monkey see, monkey do, man. This used to be everyone's doing it, and it's like, oh, everyone's doing it. And now this is the new look. This is the new, and we're all kind of guilty. It goes all across the board, though. From logos to cartoons. This is, I think this is the best example. A mass amount of women thought it was appropriate to dress their kid up like a fucking little sailor man with a bowl cut. This wasn't just one woman, guys. This was a mass amount of people. A great number of people smoked cigarettes, and I don't even think they knew why. And I'm one of those people. All right? Not to, don't even get me started on the gambling thing that's going down right now. Okay? But I really do believe it is, there's something weird about it. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, this one was fun. We got to shift gears a little bit here. Let's wind this down, have a little fun, shall we?
Words that used to be polite vocabulary. The word nice originally meant foolish or ignorant in the 1300s, and calling someone nice was actually an insult suggesting stupidity. Over centuries, the meaning gradually shifted through fastidious to pleasant, completely reversing its original intent.
Nice can still be insulting a little bit. Oh, right here, this comment. Perfect. I still use nice as an insult. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Yeah, she's nice. Yeah, she's nice. Like a polite way of me saying, like, I don't like them that much. It's kind of funny. I'm not even going to fact check this. Nestor's not here today, but I don't doubt it. There's a lot of stuff that makes no sense, and people do it anyway. So I'm going to just go ahead and take this at face value.
Evil people would be shocked to hear it used as a compliment today. A word that once meant idiot became one of the most common positive adjectives in English. Awful originally meant full of awe or inspiring wonder, and was used to describe majestic, impressive things worthy of reverence. The word was a compliment suggesting something commanded respect and admiration, similar to awesome today.
Oh, that's kind of like double speak. If that makes any sense. When you call something nice, you're really calling it stupid. And words, you give things power with your words, like words, source, spelling. So when you go, oh, that's awful, you're really saying, oh, that's amazing. It's like an inverted, backwards deal. Remember, we're just talking shit here. I don't know what I'm saying. Honestly, I wish I planned this video a little bit better, but I'm having a good time.
The meaning inverted over time to mean terrible or dreadful, the opposite of its original positive intent. What once described God and majesty now describes bad experiences and poor quality. Egregious originally meant remarkably good or distinguished, coming from a Latin word meaning standing out from the flock in a positive way. It was a high compliment suggesting excellence and exceptional quality that set something apart favorably. The meaning completely flipped to mean outstandingly bad or shocking in a negative way. A word of praise became an insult, reversing its meaning.
I wonder how many words are actually like that, though. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones, though. We've talked about this before.
This guy's video once where he said he thinks people are making traffic on the highway, like they are driving slow and braking on purpose to create traffic. That's crazy, right?
All right, this is a little intense, but let me put it to you this way. Most people have to go to work during traffic hours, like rush hour. All right, here's where I'm going with this. How many of you go to work in rush hour because you're paid to? Like, would you willingly just pay? Would you willingly just go drive in rush hour for no reason? Probably not. But you'll drive in rush hour if you're paid to. So where I'm going is, what if people are paid to start traffic? It's a bit of a reach. It's a bit of a stretch, but just something to think about. If someone paid me enough money, and they said, hey, Jack, go out on the highway and just start slowing up. You and a group of 3 other guys are going to just start slowing up. And they wanted to pay me money, like a full-time job. People drive Uber for what I'm assuming is much less. You go to work in rush hour traffic at the same time as everybody else because you're going to get paid. I'm not saying they're paying you directly, but that's just something to think about. I'm just throwing it out there. We're just having a good time. No big deal.
Why the fuck is the speed limit 60 miles per hour on the highway? 60, 65, 70, 75. Nigga, the fastest speed in the country is 75 miles per hour, and that's on the West Coast. Why is that? Why is that the speed limit? Why do you even have a speed limit? And why doesn't the speed limit match the limit on the dash? How?
Yeah, that's the best. Your car can go like 120. You can't go 120 anywhere in the U.S. I think it's a ploy. I think it's like I think it's strictly just money. That's it. Like my old Cadillac that I have. Thanks everybody who bought a Caddy Daddy tee, by the way. We got the long sleeves in. It's the back print. It's on the back. But it makes sense. Like my Cadillac only goes 85 miles an hour. It's from 1985. Literally. That's as fast as it's going. So there's no possible way, unless I'm going downhill in San Francisco or in a mountain, that I could possibly go 30 miles over the speed limit, which would be a felony. I could be wrong, but I think you're going to jail if you get pulled over doing 30 miles over the speed limit. So even on the highway, I couldn't go but 10 miles over in that car. So there's something weird about that. You know, it's like if you get pulled over by a cop and he tries to give you a speeding ticket, you go, well, you need to write that ticket to Honda because they're the ones that made me go this fast. Pieces of shit. Something to think about. I'm just kidding around. Not really.
I just found out there's a restaurant chain in the United States.
All right, this one's a bit crazy, but I thought it was kind of funny.
That if you connect the dots on the map of where these restaurant locations are, it forms pentagrams in 7 different cities. Now, I don't like using ChatGPT, but I had to ask it one question. What are the odds?
ChatGPT thing, that's getting a little out of hand. That's getting a little out of hand. I'm not going to show this because I don't want to get demonetized. This guy's reaching. But the ChatGPT, whatever, the AI chatbot, ChatGPT, fuck. Piece of shit. It's getting a little out of hand. Like a few times now in the recent months where I'm at like a store, like I went into a speaker store to ask a guy a question about some speakers. It's literally a speaker store. It's one guy. He claims that he owns the store, or not owns the store, but it's one guy working there, one girl working there. They are speaker professionals. I say, hey, I got a question about these speakers I got. Maybe it's a simple fix. Maybe you could help me out. This motherfucker goes, just chat GPT it. And this has happened a lot lately. Like, this has happened a lot. And I'm sitting there going, bro, I'm in a fucking speaker store, dude. You're the guy. You're the fucking dude. But this has been happening a lot, and it's always been at places of business where it's like, well, then what the fuck am I doing here? Sorry to get pissed off, but that's getting a little too far. Like, even with the with YouTube, like when Nestor started with me, he's not here right now, but when Nestor started working with me, this motherfucker was using some AI software to try and generate all our titles. It was like everything. He couldn't just think about it. And I literally said, dude, we don't use that. Like, I know when somebody's got AI titles and AI stuff, like, I know. I fucking know. And I'm not like proud of that. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm going to fix the system or any of that. I'm just saying it's getting a little carried away. It's getting a little carried away, dude. Like, chill the fuck out. I've got a gripe with the whole ChatGPT thing. I understand Google it. I understand all of that. I'm just throwing that out there. We're going to get canceled. This one just says Rosa Parks' iconic moment was staged. I've heard enough, dude. The fucking ChatGPT pissed me off so bad that I can't even barely think anymore. It is something to really consider, guys, if you're using that shit nonstop. Like, how many videos are people scripting songs? It goes deep, but scripting with an AI and then coming on here and making it for you. Meanwhile, the background's green screen, right? Okay. You've got women dressing their kids up like assholes. All right. It's getting a little much, guys. Okay. ChatGPT. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Anyway, shout out to everybody who bought a Caddy Daddy shirt. Appreciate you, everyone that joined the Patreon, the Discord. I love you. If you ever need to holler, bingo, boingo, hit your boy up. I'm getting the hell out of here. Solid talk.